Hi guys, this is Season 20, and today we're playing more Kerbal Space Program. I did have a rough cut at the end of the last episode, although I didn't have time for one of these segments because I was like 3 seconds. I had 3 seconds to spare. But yeah, so this is a little bit of a rough cut. So apologies for any inconvenience. So here's the rest of the episode. Point 6 after the maneuver node. And that's just like it works out to be the same as just having all of it happen at the maneuver node, except I don't have enough thrust for that to happen. I only have this small quote-unquote poodle engine. A lot of people call it poodle power. And as you can see, it started a good portion of time before the maneuver node. As you can see, that's the moon. The general rule of thumb is when it's about 3 degrees off the horizon, start your burn. And that's actually what this has done. Now this is actually the majority of where our delta V will be spent. Sorry if you heard that microphone hitting thing. So, we're 12 seconds past the maneuver node, and we have 200 meters per second of delta V to expend. By the way, the standard unit of speed is meters per second. The standard unit of distance is meters or kilometers. As you can see, our altitude at the top is measured in meters. And this dial here is our vertical speed in meters per second. And there we go, we just completed the maneuver node. We also have lights, brakes, and gears. Landing gears, of course, is, well, our landing gears. Now, it doesn't appear to want to work, but I guess that's more for airplanes, which we'll get into in the next episode. Yeah, but I can just toggle it by pressing G. I can just hold down the brakes by pressing B. I can turn on the lights by pressing U. Yeah, U. And then I just got rid of my speed by time warping. Now I'm going to get rid of these, and then I'm going to turn on the warp helper. It will basically time warp until the time you say. Now I'm going to say SOI, or Sphere of Influence transition. That's when I'm getting affected by the moon's gravity, or rather anything's gravity, more than what I am when I start the warp. Is I think how that works. Basically when I'm getting, like, you're in something's sphere of influence when you're the most affected by it. Like, by its gravity. Now, I'm going to tell it to warp 20 seconds before that happens. And it's going to time warp. Like, normally this would be a good, 8-9 hours to wait. So I'll meet you when the time warp is done. So it appears the time warp is close to complete. As you can see, we're now 10,000 kilometers, and we're 20 seconds before our sphere of influence transition. Well, 15 seconds, but... So, as you'll see, this is our nav ball, or artificial horizon, or whatever you want to call it. It basically shows your orientation relative to the target, relative to your sphere of influence, and as you saw, it just switched around, and my view switched around, because now I'm in the sphere of influence of the moon. At this point, I'm going to create a maneuver node, maneuver planner. Our new periapsis will be 10 kilometers, and our new apoapsis will be 11 kilometers. And I will schedule the burn 30 seconds from now. New apoapsis cannot be lower than the altitude of the burn. It has a point, so I'm just going to schedule it. Basically, I'm going to do 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and I'm just going to keep increasing the time until it works. Okay, 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Okay, 1.2 hours, 1.22 hours, 1.25 hours maybe? No, 1.3 hours, 1.4 hours, 1.45 hours, 1.41 hours, I'm just guessing here, 1.42 hours, 1.411, okay, you know what? Just circularize when we're at, yeah, right there. We'll circularize. Or no, I'm actually going to remove that maneuver node and just say 1.4 hours from now. 1.3 hours? Yeah, 1.3 hours. No, 1.35 hours. Yeah, that's as good as we're gonna get. So then it's going to automatically time warp to the maneuver node when I click execute next node. Now I could have used mechanical jeb 1, but you know, it would just do this all without the maneuver nodes, but I think mechanical jeb 2 is way better, to be honest. Or I could have included both, but that would have looked really bad. Yes, we've got a long burn, but it's necessary. Now I'm actually going to abort this burn early, so that I'm just on a good landing trajectory. And then I'm going to turn on the landing guidance. Land somewhere. Show landing predictions, so it's predicting that I'll land right about there. Difference from target. Okay, it's not predicting delta V. Yeah, 2 meters per second. Landing gears and lights. Yeah, so then I'll just do post commentary from here on. So, this is how MechJeb's landing autopilot works. It basically figures out the acceleration of gravity, the aerobraking deceleration, and then figures out from that, when to start burning given the amount of thrust you have. And it will work perfectly, assuming A, there's no glitches with the terrain, which do happen a lot. B, you have enough thrust to land, because, like, if your thrust is less than that of gravity, then you're not going to land. And C, that you don't run out of fuel, or, yeah, that you don't run out of fuel. Now, one of those conditions is going to happen. Okay, back on live commentary. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Okay then. Well, that's all for this episode, I guess. Yeah. This is Ethan20. Feel free to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. Bye, guys.